Hey guys, hopefully this is working. I don't know how shaky it's going to be, or I think I'm actually in the frame, I hope so. But yes, I've bought myself a second camera. I've got the new one on the side of my face and the old one on the bike, because the old one has actually spun down the road a few times. I just went to scratch my face. Yeah, trying to scratch your face through your bike helmet, not the best plan ever. But yeah, the old camera has, I tried attaching it to my old bike and it fell off. Span down the road at 30 miles an hour and took me half an hour to find it. Still recording. These Drift Ghost S, they're fucking solid. See, I bought another Ghost S. I'm thinking this new one should be a bit better because it hasn't spun down the road, which is why that one's actually on my face. Yeah, as you can see, I've actually got it on the top of the mirror, so I'm hoping it's not too shaky, and I'm hoping it's not a bit too heavy as well, because it might knock the mirror slightly out of place. Well, I actually moved it out of place putting it on, because if you notice, I've got to move my arm to see behind me. Oh well. But yeah, I thought it was about time I started doing some things a bit different. So for starters, got myself a second camera angle. It is going to be going other places on the bike as well, that's not the only place. I thought it might just be a bit nice if you getting to actually see me from that point of view rather than just having to look from the side of my head. It also means I don't always have to show my speedo. And again, I'm not saying I ever go over the speed limit. But sometimes it's quite nice to be able to know you can go a bit over, or more than a bit. I really hope it's not too shaky, because I think this might look quite good. Though thinking about it, you'll already know that I've got a second camera, because I said the review of this bike will be going out on the Friday, so I've got to stick to that. I'll be using this angle for that review as well. I will have used this angle for that review as well. So this will be going up a couple of days later, I don't fucking know anymore. I am actually a couple of videos ahead by now. I think I've got the next two, then I'm recording the review today, later today, and I've got this one that I'm doing now because I needed to go out and thought I'd test out this camera angle. And I need to get shit done because it's Monday, it's my second day off. Couldn't get much done yesterday because it was Sunday and everything was fucking closed. I know that camera's going to be shit down this road, I can guarantee that. But this is one of the bumpiest roads around where I live, because they don't fucking resurface it or anything, they just patch little bits of it. But where they patch it, it's never the same level as it used to be in other places. You've just got holes and bumps and fucking cracks everywhere. It's also got speed bumps, but they don't really affect me because I can go between them. Also, I'm going to be doing a review of this helmet soon, and I think it'd be better for the review if you could actually see the helmet occasionally. Yes, I could have the helmet sat on a table and sit there and talk about it, but that'd be a bit boring, wouldn't it? If I can have it, if I can wear it and show you how good it is, I think that might be a bit better. But like I said, that's not the only place this is going. It will be going a couple of other places on the bike. I definitely want to get a rear view. I need to find somewhere on the back of the bike to mount it, because normally you'd mount it on the back of the bike, like on top of it, but you can't on this because it doesn't have a fairing on the back. It looks like it does, but actually the pillion seat looks like a fairing, but it is a pillion seat and it is very, very squidgy, so you can't really put a camera on there. I think when I get to where I'm going, I might have to adjust the angle of it because it looks like it's looking at my nipple. It's like aiming straight at my left nipple. But as you probably know by now, I don't like testing something in private. And that sounded wrong. Whenever I try out something new for like cameras and camera angles, and you indicator. But no, whenever I try camera angles or anything, I always make a video while I'm doing it. Which is not a good plan, because if it is completely fucking wrong, I've got to go over and redo what I've already done. Which could be 10-15 minutes of footage. I'm going to get to where I'm going, check out if I've got this angle right, and I'll catch you in a minute. It turns out that camera angle is actually alright. My head is pretty much at the top of it, but it works. I have to say, the camera looks really wobbly at the moment. I'm not sure if I'll be able to use the footage. If I can't use that footage, I can't use this whole fucking video. Which means I've wasted like half an hour. I really hope I can use that footage. I'm stuck behind a driver. A learner driver even. Oh, bloody hell. Ah, now you put your indicator on. That's a minor right there. Pulling over without using your indicator. Before someone says, how do I know what a minor is on a car test? One, they're very similar to the bike test, and two, I have had driving lessons. When I had my crash and didn't have a bike for 4 months, I started having a few driving lessons, like a couple a week. Just that if needs be and I didn't get another bike, I'd be able to get a car. But it wasn't for me. I'm not saying I can drive really well, I'm not saying I'm awful, it's just it didn't feel right, if that makes sense. There's a subject for a future vlog. Oh my god, there's learners everywhere. But yeah, I just felt really disconnected when I was sat in a car. Because on a bike, everything you do affects the bike. If you move slightly that way, the bike follows you. In a car, you're controlling the machine. On a bike, you're part of the machine. It's a weird thing to say, but it makes sense. If you've driven a car and ridden a bike, you know what I'm on about. Also, on a bike, you can filter through the traffic. I don't normally have a problem with learners, but if they want to sit 10 under the speed limit, I've got a problem with the learner. Oh, I ride like this quite a lot as well. But now, if I'm sitting at one speed for a long time, I'll just sit like this, it's quite comfortable. Anyway guys, I hope this has worked out okay. I'm going to go and record the review video, which you've already seen now. Again, time travel. I'm going to do something now which you've already seen, but I haven't done yet. Ooh, it's amazing. Anyway, yeah. Cheers for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. And I'll catch you all next time.